A couple of other folks in the room also have been with us. The first thing to do is identify the fiber. If we're going to use acid dyes, we know that acid dyes work well on olefin and polyester, right?
No.
Nylon.
Nylon and
wool.
wool. And most likely we're dealing with nylon. 2 colors, puff white at the end, smells like. Don't enjoy that too much.
Celery.
Ouch, that's
It
gotta
doesn't
hurt.
break.
Wax.
It's plastic, yeah.
Okay, so we're dealing with nylon. So these are all nylon samples we have here.
Okay, we don't need it.
We have about 15 minutes to do this, so we're going to run through this kind of quickly. We need to neutralize the bleach and lower the pH on the spot. And we're going to need some pH paper if someone wouldn't mind getting us over on that table. There should be some pH paper.
It's a little plastic round thing.
Yeah, he knows what it is. If it's not there, it's in a container on the chair to your right. So we need to mix up a bleach neutralizer and a pH stabilizer reducer. So we need some hot water. Who would like to get us some hot water? Mike?
Yeah, where?
Right behind you.
Is it half a full? Half a full.
Okay, we're getting some water. Okay. Hot water was just boiling. Thank you. We're going to take 4 ounces of water and 1 spoon of neutralizer. Is that the right product? Sodium bisulfite, bleach neutralizer, powder in the water. We're going to take this product now and apply it to the carpet, to each spot. Now if you don't apply enough of this to the spot, you're not really neutralizing the bleach. And what happens within 30 minutes to an hour?
It re-bleaches out the stain.
That's
that you
right.
applied.
You can clean it all you want, but you need to add this chemical to the spot. And enough so it goes all the way to the backing, which is what we got here. So if you apply enough into the carpet so it gets all the bleached areas, you're good to go. And if you may look at the tips and say, I can see a little bleach spot, but what matters is what's down below. Look at that. See that discoloration down there? That's the problem. When it's all closed up, you don't see it. At this point, if you want to, you could blot, get rid of some extra moisture. Bleach neutralizer works quickly. Okay. Now we want to lower the pH because we're using acid dyes. The best way for them to bond with the fiber is to be at a pH of 2 to 3. So get some hot water. Add some citric acid to that. And this is why you want some pH paper to test the pH of your chemical. Notice that if you compare it to your scale, we're dealing with the pH of, looks like 1. That's a strong acid, and that's fine. You don't have to worry about it being too strong of an acid. It's not caustic.
Between 2 and 3.
2 to 3 is a good number. 1 doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Remember, we're going to apply the chemical to the carpet, so it's going to dilute down and lose some of its pH. Okay? Let's do that now. You can add this chemical to your dyes. I like to personally keep them all separate. You have better control of your process if you keep everything separate. And I don't have a spatula here. Maybe someone can grab us a little, one of those little sharks. So I'll cheat for now. Work it in. Isn't preparation an important thing?
Yeah.
Something you tried.
This
You
is
did
real
say
world.
get all your tools,
This
right?
is real
Would
world,
you?
isn't it? Where's my stuff? Okay, we've lowered the pH, we've killed the bleach, but we want to test the carpet, make sure our pH is low enough. Obviously you can see we are good to go. The surface is ready to accept the dye. Now what you have to do, and we can blot again if we want to, now what you want to do is analyze what's missing. Let's start with the green one. Some kind of a green carpet, we don't know the exact name. Notice it's faded to a yellow. So what are we going to add to fix it? What makes
Blue.
green? Blue and yellow. Yellow's already there. We add blue to fix it. So what we're going to do now is allow Joseph to mix our dyes. Joseph?
You do about a half half a teaspoon into the water. That's the solid one you make.
Mix that up. We're gonna do blue first, and always put the lids back on the
Because
container.
they spill and they're very powerful.
They only spill when the lid's off.
And I done it yesterday 3-4 times. Yellow next.
So you learn quickly.
Yeah. Stained Frank's carpet.
Yellow.
This is a lot, but it's the reason that this is the first one that you make, and then you dilute it over here.
Also, for those of you that want to save product and make this simple, you can take your dyes that are concentrated, put them in bottles, and keep using them. Okay. So now we have very highly concentrated dyes. Obviously, if we go straight from the blue container to the green, it's going to be
Too much.
too dark. So we're going to add some hot water to our second cup. Okay. And I'm going to let Joseph do this because he learned how to do this in class. He's going to take a little blue. Now don't mess up, you're on camera.
You're going to look at how dark it is. Like something like this, you don't want to put too many drops into here because then it'll be too strong. Then it'll just be too dark for that, and you'll be using a dye remover to pull it out. So, sorry, my shaking hands. I always shake. So we're looking at this. I'd say like.
Are we starting with the green one?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd say about 10 drops.
Always
Just
start
less.
light and go darker. You
Yep.
have control that way.
Actually, that's too light still. What do you say?
To do a spot takes about an hour if you're just going to do a spot dye, so you want to charge accordingly. Notice how he's not just dripping from a higher elevation there, he's allowing the heat to stay in the bulb.
What do you think? Still say a little darker, no?
You guys see this? I'd add a little more, maybe a little darker, but you're really close.
But maybe you should start with this one first because I'm going to make it
You're the
dark.
boss, go ahead.
Okay.
Although your dye may
You
be
might
too dark
be too
for
dark
that.
for that one.
Think
Well,
so?
that, actually, that stuff
Let's
is
try
good.
it. It's better
Do
to,
one- do
better to
one,
learn.
How about this?
Yeah, a little bit of water and shake it. What's in there?
Oh, don't.
There, you did it.
That's what he taught us yesterday not to do. No, I don't think it's that dark.
Yeah, you might be okay.
Work it in.
Working a little bit, please, sir.
Now, your customers probably aren't going to help you do this.
Yeah.
Well, you're working for me, so.
I think
looks
that's
pretty
good.
It's gone.
Now, one thing I want to mention, we talked about this in the color repair class. We tend to look closely at the spot, but you want to look at it from eye level, from how you stand and walk into a room, because your goal is to make the spot less visible.
You might want to move your stuff from the spot that you're working at, so when the
Let the customer go ahead,
Yes.
walk in, and then what are you hoping that they don't do?
that they're gonna look over there and be like, oh, I don't. They won't see it.
They won't see it.
You don't
That's
want them
what
to
you're-
look exactly where they know it was. So that's why you want to trick them.
So we're good to go on that one. Let's set that aside.
So put a little more blue on this.
Add some blue.
Yep, because we're gonna be done. Yep.
All of these instructions are in your book too, by the way. There's a section in there on how to do this.
This might be still too light, but we'll see.
Always good to go light, though. You can always darken.
Looks pretty good.
No, think so.
No, it's gonna probably need a little bit more. Sorry.
Work it in.
Maybe still a little bit more. It's pretty good already, but you can still go a little bit more. What do you say, boss?
What
I
do you
think
guys
you
think?
add a little more dye to
Yeah.
it, not
Yeah,
more
A
than.
little lighter. Is it a little bit light?
Yeah.
And notice too, you got some down there to get. Look at
Mhm.
that.
Or
You
just
need to
made it
darken it
darker.
up. You can always blot if you need to remove some of that moisture. You don't want to get it too wet, but you will remove some dye at the same time. Notice we got a green color started.
Oops,
That's
on
what
your
we
shirt.
want. Yeah, watch out. It's a nice shirt.
Jeff, if possible, should you pull the fibers apart, start at the base and let it wick?
Doesn't hurt to do that, yes. And remember, perfection could happen, but most likely you're going to improve the appearance. So when a customer walks into the room, their eye is not drawn to it. And really, even if they can find the spot, are their friends that come to visit going to see it?
No.
Most likely not. Which
That
is
looks
probably
pretty
what we
good.
got here. I think you're good. I mean, the job is good. Okay,
When it dries, you won't see it.
that's nice. Okay,
You want me to tell these guys a little trick what they do?
sure, but don't cuss, Frank. We're on video.
No, we're not gonna cuss. What they do is when they get rid of the spot and everything like that, and they got all their tools in there, they put it like this, and then they invite the people over and they say,
Right
"See?
there.
How's that look, ma'am?
Is this a typical John Donne ethical teaching? All right.
That's not bad.
You could do that.
Okay,
Anyway,
now,
if they're any good and you wanna release them for lunch, anytime.
Okay.
brown is all three.
We don't need lunch. We are veteran cleaners, right?
Brown is all three.
They
but
go all
unequal,
day
right?
long and
Yeah,
all
you just
day
need blue
long
and
they
red.
work.
So
Right.
brown, the colors consisted of the three primaries, blue, yellow, and red. But when you put it on this, when you're making brown, you'd have to do it on equal, so unequal amounts.
Yeah, and we got quite the color loss going down below the surface.
Do you think a little darker? What do you think?
I don't know.
Well,
You
like
could start with
Violet
that.
and then go.
Start with that. Go with that. You're gonna need some red, so I'll go ahead and add a few drops of red.
Yeah, of course. Think a little more than that.
Hey, let's make this a team effort.
Yeah, of course. No, a little darker.
If you notice that your yarns are not accepting the dyes, it could be you need to raise your temperature and maybe even lower the pH, which may be happening here. So our dyes are cooling off. Okay, we need to go
Use some
darker.
hot water.
You know, it wouldn't hurt. Let's go
Here
ahead
you
and
go.
let's go ahead and make up.
I'm
I'm gonna set these aside. Get us 2 things of hot water.
Do they have little portable little heaters you can buy for the cups?
You can.
One thing I think works really well is to make the violet together
You can do
and
that.
then put it at it.
That's why if you want to buy that big
Mix it.
kit, you can buy the big kit violet already made.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if you need to make it, yeah.
But if like when doing it like this, I liked actually
Oh,
making
there
the
you go.
colors that I
Boy,
needed.
we're
to add.
talking. We're going back a few years for this carpet style, aren't we?
Yeah.
Give us a little bit
No,
right
we
there.
leave it open to-
It's making a comeback though.
It is. That's good.
Yeah, they're calling it freeze now. Or
Frisee.
frisee.
What, this carpet?
Yeah.
Some people still.
California shag. Okay, let's mix up some darker colors. Getting aggressive, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
But we have to get to this brown. It's gonna have significant color. That's much better. Now we're cooking with fire. Or water.
You want to add a little red, please, sir?
Yes, I would do that.
I think the red's going to kick it off. Kick it up a notch.
Check it out.
A little blue.
Hey, watch it. I'm in charge here.
I was going to spread those apart the fire.
Okay.
What
Watch
is
out
it
for
with you and squirting, dude?
Hey, you know what? We're close.
Yeah,
It's like magic.
you work it in.
Who would have thought it'd work?
So what was that? Just blue and the red, right?
Blue and red, because that's what's missing.
So a little bit more.
You can. I think we need a little red on that green tuft right there.
And then put a little blue over it.
I don't know. We're pretty good.
Might go too dark. Yeah, too much more blue.
Yeah, if you quit there, you'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice.
Now here's the best news of everything.
Lunch.
It's lunchtime. Cut.